This program is a production of Moody Radio. Do you remember that old ad from the 1970s for Clayton's? It's the drink you have when you're having a drink. Oh, I'm Bernard.
Not very good. I love the sport, but I am not very good at it.
It looks as though it's alcoholic.
I love the
Really,
sport.
it isn't. A Clayton's anything is something that looks real, but isn't.
But I am not very good at it. I can
Is
tell
it
you that.
possible to have a Clayton's person? Well, a person who's not really a person. The lady in his mother's womb, is that a Clayton's person? Or maybe the street people who walk around on the footpath. They almost always smell.
Got
Are they Clayton's people? Or maybe those workers in the factories across Asia who make the toys our kids play with and the clothes we wear, all for a few cents an hour. Are they Clayton's people? Jesus said, I've come to bring good news to the poor, to set the captives free. I wonder when he looks around, whether he sees any Clayton's people on this level.
And replace an expired unemployment benefit with a $400 extra a week. White House Economic Advisor Larry Kudlow tells ABC this week he believes businesses will come on board with the payroll tax deferral because it could turn into a type of forgivable loan.
I do think the president, and it's in the executive order, would like very much to make the deferral a permanent deferral.
Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell issued a statement saying he supported the president exploring his options to get unemployment benefits and other relief to the people who need them the most. An earthquake has shaken much of North Carolina. Florida resident Nisha Thomas spoke to WSOC.
It startled us. We were laying down, and all of a sudden we hear this big tremble. It trembled our house, and then it shook our bed. And we was like, what in the world was that? I didn't know what it was.
The National Weather Service in Greenville said the 5.1 magnitude temblor struck Sparta at 8:07 a.m. local time Sunday. Following a much smaller quake several hours earlier, the Weather Service says it was the largest quake to hit that state since 1960. When a magnitude 5.5 quake occurred near Skyland, there were no immediate reports of any injuries, but some minor damage to buildings in Sparta was reported. Also at SRNnews.com, in an AP interview, fuel price analyst Toby Lundberg says the average price remains at $2.25 nationwide for gasoline, and in the weeks ahead, it's more likely to edge lower than higher.
There are still widely closed schools, adding to continued high unemployment. Then demand will appear very, very soft. And in addition, OPEC is rescinding part of its output reduction.
Price analyst Toby Lundberg. This is SRN News.
That's good.
Last week's giant warehouse explosion in Lebanon is making it hard on one particular Christian ministry. Hans Baderski, World Vision, says helping people rebuild is the only job now.
Getting assistance to them for repairs, and especially getting hold of the construction materials or repair materials to rebuild the homes at a time when the borders closed and when the country relies heavily on imports. This is an assistance that we will be looking towards as well.
Because the port was destroyed, World Vision can't bring the food it usually distributes in Lebanon. Christian leaders and human rights activists are taking the NDA defense for doing business with China.
Yep.
Pastor Patrick Mahoney of the Christian Defense Coalition says, we call upon the NBA to publicly condemn the human rights abuses by the Chinese government and commit to work as passionately for social justice in China as they are here in America. This is SRN News. A tentative deal to end a shipyard strike in Maine.
Production workers in Navy shipbuilder Bath Iron Works may have a deal to end a strike that stretched for more than a month during a global pandemic. The agreement goes before the 4,300 members of the Machinist Local S6 for approval later this month. Production workers went on strike June 22nd over key issues on subcontracting, seniority, and work rules. The tentative agreement retains the company's proposal for annual wage increases of 3% over 3 years, along with some health care improvements. Last strike in 2000 lasted 55 days. Rhonda Rockster reporting.
Health and Human Services Secretary Alex Azar in Taiwan in the highest level visit by an American cabinet official since the break in formal diplomatic relations between Washington and Taipei in 1979. Beijing has protested the visit as a betrayal of U.S. commitments not to have any official contact with the island. More details.